welcome back, Gothic lovers. So we're back in the colony. We just finished exploring the entire, clearing the entire swamp of swamp sharks and bloodflies. And first of all, I want to say thank you to a new channel subscriber. Thank you to Ewigen Nakshu. You are awesome. And right now, the only thing left to do in the swamp, we're gonna talk to a guy who's here. And his name is Shrat, if I remember correctly. Now, off screen, I am gonna collect some of these healing herbs and plants that are on these small islands in the swamp. But that's not really an urgent thing. I'm just gonna do it off screen because it's not particularly interesting. It's just healing plants.
What are you doing here?
Did I give you permission to speak to me? Only joking. Those damn loonies are getting on my nerves. That's why I'm here. Don't speak to me. Pray for forgiveness by the sleeper. Your mission is of extraordinary importance. It's enough to drive a man out of his mind. No wonder they're all crazed round here. I'm Shrat, novice of the first rank, and that's who I'll always remain.
I want to join the Brotherhood. Can you help me?
You want to join this place? I'm actually just thinking about how to get away from here. We could roam the colony, relieve a few numbskulls of their money, collect some more. What do you think?
Let's move around together. Come with me.
Now that's what I like to hear. Let's go.
Our paths separate here. I'll go on my own.
Okay, I'll get back to my...
Okay, so basically Shrat is he's an NPC that you can actually use to... He's not particularly a good companion, to be honest. Small mobs like scavengers and mole rats, yeah, sure, he can help you with that. But anything bigger, like if you want to fight swamp sharks, he's gonna run away. If you're gonna encounter some orcs, he's gonna run away. So he's not a particularly useful NPC. Now, the last thing I want to do in the swamp, and it really is the last thing, and after that we can head off to the old camp and then the old mine. We're gonna talk to an NPC real quick, see what he has to say, and that's gonna be it. We've pretty much finished all the quests we can do in the new camp and the swamp camp as well. And the last thing we have to do is do the test of fate for Diego. Now, the test of fate is going to take us into the old mine. And we're probably going to spend a few episodes there because the old mine is quite big. It's a lot to explore. There's quite a lot of content, and we're gonna explore the culture of prisoners working in a mine. Now, there's a guy here called Talus. Curious what he has to say. And let's just quick save the game. Come on, far away, cigarette man. Okay, he doesn't have anything to say. Cool. Now, you can pretty much gather that the swamp camp is filled with fanatics.
Stop! You can only enter the Temple Hill if you have a guru's permission. Same old story every time. One step further, and you'll cease to exist.
It was obvious that there would be...
Yeah, okay. Now, these temple steps take us to Iberian, which is basically the leader of the swamp camp. Now, we're pretty much done here. So there's nothing else to do in the swamp camp, really. So we're gonna do a quick turn of the page, and we're gonna go to the old camp. So just 1 second. Yeah, okay, so we're back in the new camp, in the old camp, sorry. Now here, the only things that are really left to do, just check on our progress with Scatty. And we're gonna talk to a couple of more NPCs, and that's gonna be for the old camp, really. So let's just quick save the game. Now we're gonna talk to one of the more iconic characters from Gothic 1, a slightly deranged individual called Mud. Now, Mud...
Hey man, new here? I haven't seen you before. I'll join you for a while, if you don't mind. I'm sure you'll need a friend.
Why not come along?
Great, we can talk while we're going.
Now, Mud is gonna follow you.
Tell me, where are we going? Or is it supposed to be a surprise? I like surprises.
Mud is gonna be a pretty annoying character that pretty much follows you around everywhere.
You told me I could have as much stew as I want.
And that...
Okay, free food. He's gonna follow you around everywhere, and even if you tell him to get lost...
Get lost.
You want to be on your own for a while, do you? I understand. I'll stay in the background.
Even if you tell him to get lost, he doesn't really get lost. He's gonna follow you around everywhere, and I do mean literally everywhere. The only way you can actually get rid of him is you can either beat him up.
Don't pay attention to me. I'll stay with you. Don't worry.
You can either beat him up or you can kill him. Now, I don't want to be a bad guy. I don't want to kill him. Can I fight you now?
Am I now strong enough to fight against you?
No, you're stripped.
Now, this guy is never gonna fight you. Doesn't matter what level you are, he's just gonna refuse to fight you. Now, instead, we're gonna talk to Scatty.
I fought Kurgo.
And you defeated him. That's not bad for a beginner like you. I'm impressed.
I challenged Kurgo.
And you knocked him down. I have to admit that wasn't bad going. He's always been known as one of the toughest fighters. I am deeply impressed.
Don't you have any plan of where you want to go?
Yeah, okay. And that's pretty much it. Can we now talk to this guy? Can we challenge him?
Am I now strong?
No.
Nope. So he's never gonna allow us to challenge him. Now, we've pretty much done with the old camp. And we're gonna make our trek to the old mine. Now, the trek to the old mine is pretty much safe at this moment because we cleared out everything on the map. Well, everything at least on the route to the map. And Mud is just gonna follow us
Are
along.
you looking for a quiet place where we can talk for a bit or something?
That was actually quite prophetic of Mud because I was actually looking for a quiet place to kick his ass so he can leave us alone. So Mud is not only annoying because he constantly interrupts you, but he's also useless, absolutely useless in combat. At the first sign of trouble, he's just gonna sprint away, he's gonna run away, and if you ever come back to the old camp, he's gonna track you down again, and he's gonna follow you everywhere like a lost puppy. Now, he's supposed to be a sort of comic relief character. It doesn't bother me too much, to be completely honest. But if you really want to get rid of him, as I said, the ideal approach is to just take him out of the old camp, kick his ass, and he's never gonna bother you again at all. Now, despite the fact that we've actually been to the Orc lands, I quickly want to have a chat with these two guards over here.
You better not stay here. The Orc land starts behind that barricade.
Is it dangerous?
Let me put it like this. You may as well give me all your ore before you go out there and let the Orcs rip you to ribbons.
I don't think I want to do that.
In that case, you better not move another step.
Well, I am gonna move another step. I am gonna move several steps. The question is, can I actually open this chest without them?
He's had enough.
No, I cannot open that chest without them attacking us. That's not a problem. We are, however, just out of curiosity, because I've never ever done this before. So there's an orc dog over there.
Is it possible we're walking in circles? I mean, I don't know where you want to go.
Oh boy. Mud, we're gonna go to the old mine, so if you wanna follow me there, bud, that's your choice. But I will probably kick your ass just as we reach the old mine. But until then, I'm just gonna keep him along so you can explore some of his more iconic dialogue. Again, he's not a particularly interesting character, I'm sorry, but he's just supposed to be a comic relief, really. He's not all that entertaining or anything. Now, I'm keeping my telekinesis spell open just in case I missed any plants along the way, and if you really want to make sure you've cleared out the entire map of plants, you can just pop a few speed potions, activate your telekinesis spell, and just roam around the map. The map isn't actually quite big. Okay, we missed some blueberries over here, a plant. That's not much of an issue. Now, okay.
This is real fun. Thanks for taking me with you. We could do that more often. There's loads of more time left today.
And you can kind of tell by his dialogue that he is a bit touched in the head. He might be a bit slow or autistic or maybe even a bit retarded. Who knows? I'm just speculating here, but might be a combination of all. And, you know, back in the Middle Ages, people like that usually didn't tend to survive for very long, unless they were lucky enough to be born in a noble family or something like that. Now, we're gonna quickly get to the old mine. And once we reach the old mine, we're gonna explore it fully, and I do mean fully. We're gonna clear it of whatever enemies we can find. We're gonna do the test of fate for Diego. We're probably gonna spend a couple of episodes there. We're gonna talk to everybody. And with that, we're gonna be pretty much done with the questing content for Chapter 1. Doesn't mean we're gonna close Chapter 1 just yet, because as I said, I really want to clear a big chunk of the map before we enter Chapter 2, simply because I want to level up, save up some skill points, so that when we do enter Chapter 2, we're gonna have enough skill points to learn two-handed sword fighting, maybe even some crossbows. Now, the old mine, the route to the old mine, it's pretty clear, it's unimpressive. This is basically the entire road right here. And
I've gotten used to you already. We'll have much fun together. I'm sure of that, aren't you? Where do you sleep anyway? You can come to my place, no problem.
And you know, one of the things that the devs really did pretty well, it's like Mud constantly guilt trips you into not attacking him, into not beating him up. And this place sort of is another example of cut content, because you can see it's pretty barren. Normally there should have been some guards here, a camp, and so on. Gothic Dark Mysteries does solve that problem. This place is...
Why did they put you in here anyway? Do you like animals as well? They're not into that one bit. That's why they locked me in here.
Yeah, and that's a bit of a spoiler alert right there. Mud probably is a zoophile. I don't know what he did with animals, to be honest. I really don't want to know. But, okay, these are the Templars that constantly patrol between the swamp camp and the old mine. Now, we're gonna reach the old mine in just a second, and you can actually see we have some ore nuggets over here. Now, if you have a pickaxe, you can...
There's some people who constantly try to beat me up. Horrible guys from the new camp. Real cutthroats. And next time, I'll tell them that they'll have you to deal with in the future. Then they'll be dead scared.
Oh, Mud. Oh, Mud. You're making this so hard. Now... kind of don't want to beat him up. It's pretty difficult, but then again, he's constantly gonna interrupt us. So those
bastards from the new camp will be amazed when they get to know that I have a protector. They'll piss themselves. That'll be fun. Normally they'll finish people off quickly, but now they'll think twice.
Yeah, he constantly interrupts me. He's gonna constantly interrupt you if you keep him along. Now, these ore nuggets normally you can mine. Well, it's gonna have a mining animation if you have a pickaxe, but you won't actually get anything from them. It's just for, you know, flavor animation, and that's about it. Now, Mud, my boy, I'm sorry to do this to you, but you're a constant pain in my ass.
What? I'll do you a favor. I'll put in a good word for you, then perhaps you'll be admitted to the camp. Then we could meet every day.
Buddy, I'm sorry to do this to you, but... And you can see that Mud is actually so useless, he doesn't even give you XP. Because in the game, his level is actually set to 0. Yep, that's how useless he is. He doesn't even have a level, he's not even level 1. Like, a meat bug is level 1 and gives you 10 experience if you kill one. But Mud? Nope. Mud is just so sad. Now, you're gonna talk to him once more.
Hey, man, you hit me. What was that for?
I'll hit you again in a second. I'm into that.
You're a lunatic, man. I don't want to have anything to do with you.
Are we the baddies?
You looking for trouble with...
Could you please keep quiet for a minute?
Sure.
We were just being the baddie at this point, so this is the old mine. We're just gonna quick save, just in case we encounter a loading screen bug. And we are in the old mine. You can actually hear the new soundtrack popping in. Very cool soundtrack, by the way. I'm gonna eventually talk about soundtrack and story design when we just go and kill stuff around.
Can you tell me anything about the mine?
Well, this part we're standing in now is the main shaft. A system of catwalks takes you down to the bottom. And they're digging for ore everywhere. But you need to be careful. There are many mine crawlers there as well. Right at the bottom is the smelting place. We're smelting a part of the ore to use it right there.
What do I need to look out for in the mine?
Mine crawlers, mainly. Dangerous beasts. We've had to give up a few caves because of them. They've eaten quite a few diggers, too.
Tell me about the crawlers.
Oh, but my tongue's so dry. You bring me a beer, and I'll tell you something about the crawlers.
Here, drink to my health.
And one cool detail is actually their voices have an echo that carries because they're in the mine.
Thanks. Well, crawlers live in large packs, mostly in the side caves. They've never attacked us here in the main shaft yet. If you ever meet one of them, run. Or stand with your back to the wall. That way you may stand a chance.
Tell me more about it.
If you want to know more, go to Viper. He's the smelter. Or talk to Ian. He's the boss. He organizes everything here in the mine.
Where can I find Ian?
He's right in the middle of the main shaft, next to the storeroom. Oh, one more thing. You know Thoris, don't you? Forget it. There's just one person who has the say in here, and that's Ian. He's the boss. If you get into trouble with him, you'll be in trouble with us all. Understood?
Gotcha.
See ya.
May I pass through?
So this is basically the old mine, and we're in the upper shafts, and if we take a very quick look down, you can actually see how deep it goes. You can see the catwalks going down and down and down. So let's talk to as many people as we can. We are not in a rush.
How's it going?
Well, my back aches, my arms feel like they're gonna drop off, my tongue's bone dry, and I'm dead tired. And the constant hammering of the pickaxe is slowly driving me around the bend.
What do you know about mine crawlers?
You mean what's the best way of dealing with crawlers? Run. Run as fast as your legs will carry you. If you go missing, it's too late. Not that anyone's likely to miss you.
Who calls the shots around here?
Ian's the boss of the mine. Ashgon's in charge of the guards.
Tell me about the mine.
We all have to work hard for weeks on end. We'll never get to see the light of day. There is no escape. The only way out is death.
Yeah, okay. What about you, Glenn?
What should I keep in mind when I'm in the mine?
Beware of the mine crawlers. The further you get down, the closer you get to the beasts. Those rotten creatures come directly from Beliar's realm. You can hear them scraping and scratching. They're sitting in the dark just waiting for you. I've seen them kill. They're merciless and fast. If you enjoy being alive, you shouldn't be down here. You better go before something happens to you.
Okay, what about you? Anything to say?
Tell me about the mine.
The diggers collect the ore, and we protect them from the crawlers.
Who calls the shots around here?
Ian and Ashcan. If you want anything, you'd better talk to them.
What do you know about the crawlers?
The whole lot of them should be wiped out if you ask me.
How are you?
Man, you're getting on my nerves.
Okay. Now let's move forward and see what other NPCs have to say. So you can only get an ominous sense that the mine is a pretty dangerous place. Santino over here is a simple trader.
Can I trade things with you?
I have everything you need. What I don't have is no use to you anyway.
Now I'm gonna buy his ore, sure, his lockpicks, and especially his arrows and bolts. The rest you don't really need. Mana potions, healing potions, we already have too much healing if you ask me. Just gonna get rid of some orcish weapons because we do not really need them. Should also sell those clothes because we're not really using them. This journal page, it's not really worth anything. The map to the old mine is useless to us. The blood flies I think I've already read. And what else can we sell? We have a lot of teeth and jugs. Now let's see, what else can we sell? Let's sell 3 more teeth. Perfect. And Santino, unfortunately, he's one of those traders that doesn't really refresh his stock, so do you have anything to tell me?
What goes on in the mine?
The diggers collect the ore, and if they don't, they get a good beating.
Who calls the shots around here?
Ashcan's our boss, but Ian organizes things, like ore and the diggers.
Tell me about the crawlers.
Those beasts are nothing but trouble. I don't know what causes us more work, those creatures or the diggers.
How's it going?
Well, why do you think?
Okay, so here's the thing. If you want to lockpick these chests, you can, but this guard is gonna aggro you. So ideally, you want to kick his ass and then lockpick his chest. Now,
what are you Templars doing in the mine?
We're hunting for mine crawlers. Go back to the camp. You'll be safe there.
Why do you hunt the crawlers?
For their mandibles. They contain a valuable secretion.
What kind of secretion?
A poison. Only our guru Kor Kalam knows how to brew potions with it.
Who is Kor Kalam?
One of the most powerful men in the whole Brotherhood. He knows many secrets. He can control other people's thoughts. Apart from that, he's an alchemist. He brews potions so he can make spiritual contact with the sleeper. Just go down to the camp. We're always looking for people.
I'll think about it. See you later.
May the sleeper awaken.
okay, so we're gonna pop a light spell. And the way I want to handle this fight, I'm just gonna I'm gonna freeze him.
Stop your sorcery.
A fight! He's had enough.
And
performance.
that's the
tiny gust of wind and he would
best
have
way
toppled over
to
anyway.
handle this fight. Now, and you can actually hear the echo of the lockpick as well in the cave. Okay, some food. And I really like the fact that these chests have items that make sense.
You'll be sorry for that.
Oh.
Sad performance. A tiny gust of wind and he would have toppled over anyway.
That's unusual. He usually doesn't really attack you again after you beat him up once, but okay, it doesn't really matter. I mean, he's pretty wounded, so I'm just gonna lockpick this last chest.
You'll be sorry for that. I didn't see anything. I really didn't.
And now because we kicked his ass twice,
I didn't see anything. I really didn't.
His aggro table is gonna remember that we're stronger than him, we're more dangerous than him, and he doesn't really want to mess with us anymore. Now we're gonna make our way down this little slope. Just gonna pick some mushrooms along the way. And it makes sense that a lot of mushrooms would grow in these caves, also herbs. Really cool name, by the way, raven herbs that grow in the dark. Now, anything else we can loot? Some more mushrooms, sure. I will take more mushrooms. It doesn't... We're not actually hurting for healing items. We have probably enough healing items to finish the game without ever buying one healing potion or one healing scroll, but we're just gonna take them anyway. Now there are two paths here. You can keep going down the catwalk, or you can go down this side corridor. First we're gonna go down this side corridor. We're gonna talk to a few more NPCs, and then we're gonna go lower and lower to the bowels of the old mine. Tum tum tum. Just gonna... okay. I think next time I'm just gonna drop down and have anything to say to me, Mr. Brandick. Nope, doesn't have anything to say. What about you?
What goes on in the mine?
The mine's the heart of the old camp. No mine, no ore. No ore, no goods. Get it?
Who calls the shots around here?
Ascan's our boss, but you leave him alone. Ian's the one that deals with guys like you.
Tell me about the crawlers.
The Brotherhood pays the old camp in swamp weed, so they let them hunt crawlers in the mine.
How's things?
I ain't had a fight in ages.
Is that a challenge? Okay, so this little shaft down here, you can actually see that it's covered in mine crawler webs. These are not spider webs, these are mine crawler webs. Now, does this digger have anything to say to us?
How's it going?
A lot of work, not much rest. So be quick with your questions. I have work to do.
What do you know about mine crawlers?
The Templars made a deal with Gomez. They kill the crawlers. They get to keep the beast's mandibles.
Who's in charge here?
Ian's the boss of the mine. He organizes the workforce and the exchange of goods with the camp. If you want anything, you'd better talk to him.
Tell me about the mine.
Mushrooms and herbs grow in caves. That stuff's easy to digest. But it don't fill you up as good as a nice, decent chunk of meat. The crawlers don't taste too good either. What a shithole.
Really good description. So, working in the old mine, you can pretty much see that it's hell. It's a living hell. You have beasts that want to kill you. You have guards that are gonna beat you up. So it's really hard punishment, as you can pretty much see. Now we have Aleph here, which is an interesting digger.
The guards will never get me.
What do you mean?
I only work when the guards are nearby, or they can see me. Otherwise, I just hang around here.
Don't they get suspicious?
Yeah, well, of course I dig less ore than all the others do. It's not always enough, so I have to do a bit of trading. I keep my ears open, so I get to know many useful things. You don't happen to have some ore on you? Let's say about 10 ore?
And you really want to be friendly with this guy.
All right, here's 10 ore for you.
Thanks. If you go to the main shaft and follow the catwalks further down, you'll soon get to 2 side caves. There's a guard in the second one, and there's also an old masher. There's a healing potion lying about somewhere. But be careful, and beware of the crawlers. And if you need or hear something, come back to me. I'm sure I'll be able to help.
Have you got any other useful information?
Sure. Have you got 10 ore?
I expect good information for my ore.
There's loads of locked chests here. Glenn, the digger at the top, can get you a couple of lockpicks.
Good luck.
Well, you know where to find me.
Okay, anything else to say from the diggers?
How's it going?
Well, and the con.
Okay, this is a dialogue option that repeats. What about you?
How are you?
I have to work. If the guards catch me standing around talking, they'll cut my rations.
What do you know about mine crawlers?
We had to close down the big pit at the bottom. It's overrun with mine crawlers. There are mine crawlers all over the place. Can't you hear them? I sure can.
Who has the say round here?
Viper's the smelter. He knows all about the oven. He has a body like iron. He don't mind the heat. He spends all day melting the ore.
Tell me about the mine.
Well, there's a lot of caves where there's still some ore left. But the crawlers just make it impossible to work in them. Too many attacks. Too many losses.
And I really love the way he delivers those lines. You can actually hear the exhaustion and stress in his voice. Really, really great voice acting. Again, I don't really know why people bash the voice acting so much. It has moments where, yeah, sure, it's stiff, it's awkward. Maybe a couple of times it's even cringy, but come on, most of the time it's decent, and sometimes it's just freaking amazing. Now, I think this is a very good point to end the video right here, so we're gonna continue down the mine in the next video. So as usual, I want to wish you guys a wonderful day, and if it's gonna be one of those bad days for you, I wish you the strength and wisdom to overcome it and survive it, because sometimes that's just enough. If you like the video, please like and subscribe and all that jazz. You can visit my Patreon if you want to help support the channel. It would really mean a lot to me, especially since I'm at the beginning of my channel. And even if you don't, that's perfectly okay, man, because I really love making these kinds of videos. I'm gonna make them for free for you guys because I really love RPGs and stories, and I really want to share them with you guys. So until next time, cheers guys, and take care of yourselves. See ya.